Greetings to all you fellow aliens out there, and viva from Las Vegas. This is Cosmic K coming to you on the 27th of December, and coming to you live from the Aliens Are Us here at the Flying Saucer at 441 Nevada Way, Boulder City, Nevada 89005. Like I said before, if you think I have some kind of an accent, it's probably because I'm a Polynesian native of New Zealand, of a race called Maoris. And my full name is K Kawana Pai Pai Whatarangi Rokoama Pohe. But you can call me K. In fact, better still, you can call me Cosmic K. And like I said, we're coming to you from Aliens Are Us here at the Flying Saucer at 441 Nevada Way, Boulder City, Nevada 89005. Now this is a rebroadcast of what I did last week, and we didn't get the sound and the audio set up right, so I'm gonna go over and repeat what I can remember again of the show that we did last week, and basically, if I fumble, please forgive me. It's because I'm scratching trying to remember what I said last week. Anyway, last week I said that, you know, I was the leader of a group called Mary and the Maori High Five. It was a group from New Zealand, and you know, there were actually 7 of us in the group, but we called ourselves the Maori High Five. We started out in New Zealand under that name, and there were 5 of us. There were 4 of us still here today, and what I'm going to try and do in a future broadcast is hook up Mary, our girl singer who lives in San Diego, and our drummer Peter Wallen who lives in Reno, and he was a Kiwi drummer, what we call in New Zealand Pākehā. He was the only white man in the group. That was a joke. And then our other lead singer and impressionist was Wes Epai, and he lives in Boca Raton, Florida, when he's at home. At the moment, he's touring in New Zealand, and I talked to him this morning on the phone, and we'll try and hook him up on the phone too. So in the future, we'll have myself here in Las Vegas or in Boulder City, and I'll talk to Mary in San Diego, and we're getting very ambitious to think that we can hook us all up on iPhones and we can talk to each other. But that is our goal, and then we'll be talking to Pete in Reno, and then we'll be talking to Wes in Boca Raton, Florida. At the moment, Wes is touring in New Zealand, but we'll get a hold of him anyway. Now, as I said before, we were a group, and when we toured, we left New Zealand in the 50s, and then we went to Australia, and then we went from Australia to England, the UK, and then we toured around France, Italy, Germany, and then we went to Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. And then after we did that tour, we came back and did another tour of where we went to Japan again, and then back to Hong Kong. And when we were in Hong Kong in '63, We were the only New Zealand group to play with the Beatles in Hong Kong. We played with the Beatles in Hong Kong in 1963. Then from there we came to Las Vegas, and after we went to Manila, Singapore, Malaysia, and in Singapore we played with Louis Armstrong when he was alive, and then we went to Manila, played with a lot of groups in Manila, a big band there at the Bayside Club in Manila, and then we ended up in Las Vegas, and we came to Las Vegas. First place we played at was the Hacienda. This is in '65, and then we played all kinds of places. I think we played the Frontier and the downtown Fremont Street and Flamingo and the Stardust. We played also all over the place. And then in '69 we played Caesar's Palace. And then from there we went to the Bahamas, because how it worked was when we worked Las Vegas. In those days, how you worked was you worked 4 weeks, say, in Las Vegas. Then you worked 4 weeks in Tahoe, 4 weeks in Reno, and then you went to maybe Hawaii for 4 weeks. And you came back and did the circuit again, 4 weeks in Las Vegas, 4 weeks in Reno, 4 weeks in Tahoe. Then we'd go to Puerto Rico for 4 weeks. Then we'd come back and work the circuit again, and then we'd go to the Bahamas. In '69, after we left Caesar's Palace, we went to the Bahamas, and we played in the Bahamas for almost 2 years. And that was a very profitable situation. We took a room that hadn't made any money in years, and in 3 months we turned it around, and we had a contract where we got 35% of the room on top of our salary, and we were so successful there because we pulled the Don Ho in the Bahamas. You know, we copied what Don Ho did, and we did sing-alongs and all those things. But in the Bahamas, they had mostly calypso bands, and so we were a change. The hotel used to bring a lot of conventions from America and some from the UK, and because when they went there, they got some kind of tax write-off being in another country, and so we did very well. We made a record, and we sold a ton of records there, and we did very well in the Bahamas, and like I say, then we came back and we worked the Nevada circuit. Anyway, we split up, the group split up in '71, and our last gig was in Puerto Rico. And when we left the Bahamas, our lead singer was hired by the hotel, Solly Boyhagen, and we brought in a young singer at the time, and he had long hair then. He's bald now, but a young singer called Frankie Stevens, and he worked with us there, and then he worked with us in Puerto Rico, and then we split up, the band split up, and we all went our separate ways out to Puerto Rico. And I came back to Las Vegas and settled in Boulder City. Anyway, during our travels, and now, since we're doing our podcast, we've gotten quite a large following, and you have to forgive us because when we first started the podcast, everything was, our sound was all screwed up and everything, and it's taken us a while to get it to this level. And hopefully we're at a good level now. So I'm going to bring Sue on to tell you how far our podcasts are going. And again, we apologize for all the technical difficulties, but we hope we've solved those problems. And Sue, can you tell us who's watching our podcast now?
Sure, Cousin Kay. We have over 1,400 followers. And about 46% of them are women, which is kind of interesting. That's almost 50-50. And then the countries that are viewing, and this is not a complete listing here, obviously our biggest viewers are local. That's Las Vegas, Henderson, and Boulder City. But in New Zealand, there's about 30 people coming, watching us regularly. Australia's got 21. The UK, there's 20 people watching us. California's got 13 people. Montana's got 2 people that come in and watched us. India, of all places, 13 people. Brazil, 5. The Philippines, 7. Pakistan, 7 people. Texarkana, Texas, we have 1 person that watches us. Louisiana, 24. And in Mexico, we have 77 followers.
I don't understand the 77 in Mexico. They must have come across the border from San Diego. But anyway, we want to thank you all for watching us, and hopefully we've resolved all our problems, and we'll be when we do future podcasts, we'll be in better shape, and hopefully we've gotten over all the technical difficulties. So that's it for now. We're sorry we were running late. We wanted to be broadcasting by 3:30. We were running a few minutes late, but anyway, this is Cosmic K signing off and saying Arahanui, Kia Arahanui, and God bless to all you followers and listeners everywhere. And say again, Kia Arahanui, and God bless to all of you in the USA.
Mary McMullen says, great times we had back then.